Good morning, everyone. We are beginning today the Sefer Yalkut Meishiv Nefesh, which is the compilation of all these different ideas throughout all the generations that speak about chizuk, words of inspiration and encouragement to each and every one of us that finds ourselves with amongst Klal Yisrael, each of us aiming in our own way to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu better. And chapter number 1 is entitled B'Tselem Elokim Oses HaAdam, that in the image of God, Hashem made man. And the main topic of this chapter, as he writes, is Yichidusai Shel Adam, the unique nature of a person, V'Chashivus Avodasai Bichlal, the importance of our service of God in general, Ubedoreinu Befrat, and specifically in our generation, how it is that we're going to approach our unique connection and relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu to serve Him in the right way. And the first statement that he brings down over here is from the Rabbi Yonah. And the Rabbi Yonah, one of the Rishonim, we're going back about 800, 900 years, writes the following: HaPesach HaRishon, the first opening to the world of Avodas Hashem, of serving God, Hu sheyada ha'ish ha'oved, the person that is serving Him has to know Erech Atzmai, his own personal value and worth. That's it. The first step to be able to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the right way, to engage yourself in mitzvahs, to learn Torah, to say brachas, to daven to Hashem. First and foremost, know how chashiv, know how valuable you are. V'yakir maloisai, you should recognize your milas, your great points and your strengths. U'milas avaisav, and even recognize the strengths and the good things of your fathers and your forefathers. Ugdulasam v'chashivusam, their greatness and their importance, their dignity, v'chibasam eitzel habari yisbarach, and their love, that how beloved they were before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Says Rabbi Yonah, when you're starting off and you're entering into the gates of the service of Hashem, and you want to wake up in the morning, and you want to go to shul, and you want to find yourself amongst everybody else that's there, and you ask yourself, what's different about my tefillin? What's different about my Shemon Esrei? What's different about the Torah that I learn? What's different about the chesed that I'm involved with throughout the day, the tzedakah that I give, the acts of kindness that I do for my friends? What's different about the challahs that I bake on Friday compared to all of the challahs that were baked by other women this week? What's different about the way that I raise my children? What's different about the way in which I work on my midos, my character traits? Says Rabbi Yonah, if you'll recognize how chashiv, how great and important and special and unique you are, your own erech, your own personal worth of the greatness and the beautiful neshama that Hashem has given you, you'll realize that everything that you do, it's an expression of the nobility and the beauty of your soul. And where does all of this come from? First, he says we also have to recognize the beautiful lineage that each of us comes from and is derived from, whether it be our parents and their beautiful world of Avodas Hashem, whether it be the grandparents who were pillars of the community, a grandfather that perhaps was a Rav, a grandmother that was known as a tzaddikus, as a righteous woman. Maybe we'll go back even further than that to previous generations, or as Chazal, the sages, teach us, that every single one of us has to look at ourselves as an offspring of Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rochav, Leah, the Imahos, our matriarchs and our patriarchs. We all go back that far. When a person recognizes internally, individually, their own chashivas, their own importance, and their own value, and then they see where they're coming from. We're not living in a vacuum. We come from great lineage from all generations. How good a person could feel about themselves. How inspired a person can make themselves feel when they realize who they truly are. And then when I daven, then when I learn, then when I do chesed, then when I do mitzvahs, then when I work on my midos, my character traits, then when I'm engaged in the world of avodas Hashem, I realize if that's how important I am, and if this is the great lineage that I come from, imagine how beloved I must be in the eyes of the Ribbono Shel Olam. May we be zeicher today to constantly be able to recognize our value and our self-worth. Realize there's nobody else in the world who is as valuable and worthy as we are. To have our neshama in this lifetime, in this generation, in the place that we are, to do with our strengths and our abilities the greatest level of avodas Hashem, of the service of God that only we, in our special relationship with Hashem, can accomplish. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.